I have seen so many people ending up failing their CFA exams because of these three silly mistakes. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanishka and I hope you all are doing good. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you about three common yet very silly mistakes because of which a lot of people end up failing their CFA exam. These are mistakes that we tend to do without even knowing that this is going to lead to possibly a failure. So let's get straight to it. But before that, if you're new to this channel, then please take 1 second to hit the subscribe button. If you've ever liked my work even a teeny tiny bit, then please join the community by subscribing to the channel. If you're already a part of this channel, then thank you so much for joining me in my journey. I hope we stay together till the end of time. So why am I telling you this? Everybody on the internet keeps talking about what should you do to pass the CFA exam. I myself have made so many videos on that, shared my strategies, my plans, etc. But I realized that nobody is telling you what you should not do. And we need to understand that when we know what we do not need to do, we are already 50% closer to knowing what we should do. So that's why I'm sharing these three things. Also, like I said, they are so common. So many of us end up doing it. I myself have fallen prey to it once, and it's not been a good situation, like most of you know. So that's why it's important that you guys are aware कि ये क्या points है, so that you don't do it, or even if you are actually doing it, you correct yourself on time. So let's get to number one, that is comparing your strategy with somebody else. Now, I'm absolutely not against asking somebody their strategy or asking somebody who's already done it how they did it or what did they do. But what I am against is copy pasting the other person's strategy. Remember, we all are different individuals. We have different ways of functioning, different methods of retention, and we need to understand our own method. If you were asking somebody for how did they pass the exam or their strategy, that's fine. But make sure after knowing their strategy, you analyze it and customize it, make it tailor made to your preferences or your attention power or how your mind works. Don't just cut, copy, paste. Very simple example. If suppose your friend has passed CFA level 1 in the November attempt and they passed, like, very well, first attempt and passed early everything, but what they did is they studied the entire CFA institute material. That's it. They just took the institute material, read it top to bottom, solved all questions, and they passed. Now, what if you are a person who prefers audio learning better? Okay, you're somebody who retains better when you hear something rather than you read something, and you are somebody who's not good at reading, but because you feel कि यार उस बंदे ने ऐसे किया तो मुझे यही करना चाहिए. So what you will do is you will take the CF Institute material and you will try to force read it. अब आप अगर 10 घंटे भी बैठ गए इसमें, हो सकता है कुछ याद आए, but since you're just trying to force a method, it will not retain as well as it possibly would have done if you would have heard a lecture, right? So understand your body, your mind, your learning methods, and make sure you customize these strategies and don't just cut, copy, paste, or copy, or try to just be somebody else. Point number two, and something so basic that we all tend to miss, that is making notes. I have seen so many people today not make notes or ask me, is it okay if we don't make notes? Very simple answer to this is no, it is not. You have to make notes. Once you write something, उसकी retention power बहुत ज़्यादा ऊपर होती है. If you remember in school when we were kids, if you used to do something wrong or if we wanted something, parents, teachers used to tell us write it down 10 times. Why? Because जब आप कोई चीज़ लिखते हो ना, आपके दिमाग में ज़्यादा अच्छे से जाती है. It is proven over the years. सब करते हैं, and it is a fact. The more you write, the more you retain. Now, when I'm saying make notes, I don't necessarily say that you need to cut, copy, paste everything from the textbook. No, राइट डाउन की पॉइंट्स. मे बी इफ यू आर अटेंडिंग अ लेक्चर या एक किसी टीचर के समझाने का तरीका अच्छा लग गया, वो अपने वर्ड्स में लिख दो. या अगर कुछ पढ़ रहे हो कोई कॉन्सेप्ट एंड उस कॉन्सेप्ट को आप अपने डे टू डे लाइफ में कनेक्ट कर सकते हो, कोरिलेट कर सकते हो. इफ यू कैन फाइंड अ वे दैट ओ रियल लाइफ में भी ऐसे होता है, राइट हाउ दैट कनेक्ट्स टू इट. Write down formulas. That's what you need to do. Even if you are going to classes that have PPTs given to you, even if you're going to classes that give you notes, please, even then, it is important that you have your own set of handwritten notes, because if you do not, believe me, you are digging a grave for yourself. It is such a bad situation to be in. Even Google says, the more you write, the more you retain. Now I know today we live in a world of iPads, laptops, phones जहाँ पे हम notes बनाते हैं. If you want to do that, that's fine. I have nothing against it. But if possible, use the old age pen and paper, because that does make a little bit of difference. There are some studies, random studies, honestly. Even if you just Google, you'll see they say that writing down on a piece of paper does make a big difference in your memory. So try it out, uh, pen on paper, but nonetheless, notes making very, very important. Formula sheets, even more important. Point number three, and something so common, solving questions without knowing why we are solving questions. So CFA जब आप पढ़ते हो, the one thing that everybody tells you is, you know what, you have to practice the questions. It is very, very important, and you need to solve these many questions and blah blah blah. Now, 100% true. Solving questions is very, very, very important. But why are you practicing questions? Do you know? Do you think कि जो आप practice करो वो exam में आएगा? That's why you need to solve the questions. Wrong. The reason people ask you to practice questions is because what practicing questions does is it strengthens the concept you have learned. Basically, when you learn a concept, there's only a certain amount of explanation given in the textbook, but it is not necessary that in the exam the question will be posed directly how it was put in the textbook. No, they will come up with a situation that will test that concept, and that's why they tell you to practice, so that you are used to seeing that same concept in different situations. Now, like I said, it is not necessary कि एग्जाम में सेम सिचुएशन आएगा. हो सकता है you studied a situation of I want to reach from Bandra to Andheri. um, Sorry, you studied a concept that how to reach from Bandra to Andheri, and in the practice questions you found different routes, Bandra to you know, first Juhu, then Andheri, or Bandra to Parla, then Andheri, like that. And then in the exam day, the question is, you are in town, then you have to come to Bandra, then you have to go to Andheri. Now what will you do? Sorry, you are in town and you have to go to Andheri, then come to Bandra. How will you do? It's a different situation, but concept wahi hai. So since you have practiced different ways of how to go to Bandra to Andheri, you will find a way even if they twist the situation. That's why you need to practice to strengthen your concept, not because the number of questions that you practice वही question exam में आएगा. ऐसा नहीं होता. Second mistake within this category that people make in question practicing is that they correlate the scores they get and think कि यही score exam में आएगा. ऐसा नहीं होता. I've seen people score 90s and still sometimes fail the exam, and I've seen people score 10-20%, not practice enough questions, and still sometimes pass the exam, because the scores you get during your practice has nothing to do with what you're gonna get in the exam. Rather, the points you missed, the 10% or the 80%, that's what's gonna make a difference. You need to spend time with what went wrong, understand why did it go wrong, and understand if you are understanding why it went wrong. That is going to be the game changer. If you're not doing this, then believe me, you're not going to be in a good situation eventually. So with that, we have come to the end of this video. I think it's really important for all of us to pay attention and just quickly analyze if we are doing any of these mistakes. If yes, please rectify it. It is never too late. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Quick reminder, I post long videos every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, helping young professionals like you navigate through your early career problems. I also help CFA aspirants like you formulate study plans, strategies, tips, tricks, helping with my experiences. I also post lifestyle videos and daily vlogs on Shorts. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Until then, keep sparkling and definitely keep learning.